But we got to talk about this Uzi Vert concert though last night. I don't know those of you tuning in if y'all went to see Uzi Vert and what was it? Lil Yachty came out. Rico Nasty, shout out her. She was in the building.
JID.
SZA was at Summerfest. We had Kim Kardashian come through. Bryson Tiller been at Summerfest. Summerfest was going down this year, right?
A variety of
Key Glock was
I'm not a Key Glock guy, but
I got to see a lot of like my favorite artists this year.
Big X the Plug, Key Glock,
lot of
Lloyd,
people.
Mario.
But you want to know, out of all these concerts, going to all these concerts, especially in Summerfest, you want to know what I realized? And I already knew it, but I had to see it up close again. White people control hip hop, and I know I'm not saying nothing new here. I'm not Columbus discovering shit right now. Fuck Columbus, but I'm not saying reinventing the wheel at all. We all know that white people are the consumers that's controlling it. But when you go to these supposedly nigga artists, and you see the amount of white people that are so heavily devoted and rapping this shit word for word, you realize like, man, I gotta stop hating on the Kendricks and the Drakes, right? Because the reason why I say that is because the niggas they're the last generation, and I'll put J. Cole's and the Big Sean's and fuck Wale and all the rest of like that era, I think is the last generation of blackity black. Like I made music for black people, and yes, I'm on and I cater to everybody, but I came up making like these young niggas now, they don't give a fuck about niggas. And I really don't blame them because niggas don't support them. These white people are supporting the fuck out of Yachty. These white people are supporting the fuck out of Uzi Vert. And when I go to their shows, I see why. They're buying the tickets. They're rapping the shit word for word. And they're buying merch.
They throw
and
unlike
niggas, when white people fuck with you, they fuck with you forever. Whereas with black people, we're the tastemakers. We choose what's cool. So the benefit of that is we control what everybody else likes, but the downside of that of us being the tastemakers is we have a tendency to always want to move on to the new and the good thing. We want to always be the first people to put the next thing on, so therefore a lot of times we neglect the shit that's been giving us hits for years. So that's why in our culture it's easy for us to shit on a Drake the same way we shitted on Jay-Z back in the day. The same way we shitted on anybody who went mainstream, because once you become too good, now it's like, okay, we got to knock you down a peck. Whereas white people, they don't do that knock you down a peck shit. When they like you, they finna fuck with you no matter what. They still going to Tech 9 concerts, rapping that weak ass shit word for word. They still repping Wu-Tang. They the reason why Wu-Tang can still sell out shows.
And Bone Thugs.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Why? Because them white people, when they fuck with you, us, we like, oh, we don't like that. We treat shit like fashion and fads and shit. We want to have the new shit. We want to have the improved shit. We don't never honor our legends. That's the reason why Method Man is performing at places, and he's like, I'll never perform again. That's the reason why our OGs get so mad, because they don't get like these white motherfuckers. These motherfuckers rap and they perform until they old and got Alzheimer's and they fuck themselves up. Shit, like they old and wrinkled up there, still performing them old ass hits. Right. In Las Vegas. Motherfucker Smash Mouth can get up there right now and but she was living kind of numb with her finger in her thumb.
Rest in peace to the leaders.
Right, and them white motherfuckers still gonna be, hey now, you and all stuff.
That's there. I think this I think that take is slowly dying because everybody's microwave now. And like we were talking about off camera, you got to be doing bits, content, rap. And the thing is, black people, we are a tastemaker, but the young black people, they have the attention span of a fly. So they're really like, if you're not dancing in their face every day, like you could take a year off, washed, he's done. And it's just like that. I'm sad because I like a lot of different genres of music, so I can go see somebody from 10 years ago and they doing a 10-year, that shit's still hitting. Uzi is on the last precipice of those artists because he was popping, 2016? That was down there 10 years ago. He could still do a set from 2014, 15, 16. So him, Cardi, they're kind of like the last realm of those SoundCloud rappers, Trippie Redd, that they have a decent fan base. Of course, they're all white. But I think after a certain point, I just think music is all the way down. Motherfuckers are selling 31K. Camila Cabello was hot last year. She's 31K. Unless you do a Lipa or something where the label is pushing you, I feel like you're going to have a nice little summer. And you better start doing movies. We talking about Ice Spice. Ice Spice, if you know Elliot Grange, Lucian Grange's son, the head of all of Universal, he was over 6'9", Trippie Redd, her. she's gonna be on more commercials and cover girl than she gonna put out music. She's an entity. So you gotta realize this rap shit, you only get a year or two. We talking about Bossman D-Lo. By September, October, Bossman D-Lo probably will be done. Like on
He's
the
gonna
main
be club level.
Because he has that nigga fan base. When you got a black fan base, you got an expiration date. Unfortunately, because we don't rock with niggas that long. We rock with you while you hot.
Bree cut white people hair. Yeah, fuck y'all niggas.
Loyal.
It's all to the niggas. Like I said, so even like I said,
Niggas
Bossman
cars be breaking down, can't get to the appointment.
But we was just talking about We was just talking about how these artists don't want to identify as R&B no more. How these artists don't want to claim they black. Well, we talk about Tyler. She don't want to claim she black. There's a reason for that because
she got BET Artist of the Year.
That's why I hated that she got. But she didn't deserve that shit over Sexy Red.
No.
She didn't deserve, because let's be honest, the only reason why Sexy Red didn't win it, and I'll say it publicly, the only reason Sexy Red didn't win our new artist of the year is because BET is pandering like some little hoe ass niggas, and they didn't anything associated with Drake. They try to win away from. Drake was the most nominated artist in BET Award history and didn't win shit because they're trying to ride the culture wave. They pander like BET is basically, they should just call it DET.
Yep, especially
Democratic Entertainment. Democratic Entertainment. Because basically, y'all might as well have Joe Biden hosting this shit.
I mean, they did have Taraji open up, but not like us.
But I'm saying, and I get it,
pandering.
and I don't want to take away from Kendrick's moment. Kendrick earned this moment. However, the BET Awards is pandering right now. They pander. They're riding waves. There's no reason why Kendrick should have more Best Artist of the Year awards than he has albums. Kendrick hasn't dropped an album since I can remember, and I fuck with Kendrick. There's no way, and I'm not saying that necessarily it should have went to Drake, but all these artists that have been putting in work, putting in album, putting out output, they deserve that nod. But y'all gave it to Kendrick because y'all want to ride a wave, and that's the reason why people don't take our award shows seriously. We're wave riders.
That's most awards, unfortunately. Because BET, I think they're gonna first, if you're gonna get awards, so who coming? Tyler, who's gonna show up? Pause. Tyler is, she's a machine right now. International. Her thing is like she's clearly Indian, but they propped her up.
Tyler Harris?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she is. She's Indian. Like, it's nothing wrong. That's why she said I'm not black, I'm colored. So they're gonna ride away when Sam Smith
black,
won. When these people, they're gonna go. Who's
say that next time I get pulled over.
I'm sure her label. I'm sure her label probably has a lot of relation. It's all about labels and payola. Like Sexy Red, she has a powerful team behind her. She's Gamma. Gamma's a big label. But you're right, Tyler. Because did Tyler accept the award? Was she there?
Yeah, she was there. She performed
that's
with
a
Gunna.
Big hit. You probably told her,
Gunna.
She had to
it was a lit concert.
I don't think, had that Charlamagne shit wouldn't have happened, I don't think she would have been there. I think she had to be there because now it's like she got the people doing the numbers. It's like, you can't afford to miss the BET Awards after that Charlamagne interview. Everybody's questioning your blackness. So make sure you're there, preferably.
So, of course, she did the song with Gunna. Okay.
Exactly.
Smart move.
Kai Cenat, too, right?
It was sexy.
What about him?
What Kai Cenat?
The whole situation with Tyler and all that.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about when he said he was trying to get out of her, be her girlfriend. And
still milking it, too.
They milking all that shit with her. I mean, she going on a little black. I won't be surprised if she has a dashiki on her next video at this point because she's pandering. She has one of those little Nancy Pelosi kente cloths on her next video. But it's crazy to me. If you got two black parents and you're still questioning what you are, we have to question what you are. You're not black. That's just me. I don't all this semantics and shit. Either you're black or you're not. If I have to do research and talk about my history and do all this other shit, you're not black. That's just I'm on my Tariq Nasheed shit now. Like all you tethers, all you non-black motherfuckers. Don't get me wrong. We can fuck with y'all.
We're colored.
I'm sick of you halfway black ass niggas. I'm sick of you diet black ass niggas. I'm sick of you 1 foot in the black, 1 foot out the black ass nigges. I'm sick of you niggas that like we gotta treat blackness like a club. Remember you get in the club, if you go out the club, you can't get back in.
Yep.
These I'm sick of you black niggas who got a wristband. a black wrist where y'all can just come in, be black for a little bit, go out to the car and come back when y'all want to. That's not how this shit happen. That's not how this shit work.
Facts.
That's not how this shit work. And that's what's wrong with that. That's what's wrong. So people get mad because we always question people's blackness. But at the end of the day, we question people's blackness because people use this shit as an aesthetic. People use this shit as an enhancer of their lame ass swag. But then when real shit happens, all that black shit is out the window. So I don't think nowhere, like BET Awards, like I said, Sexy Red is associated with Drake. That's the only reason why they didn't give her that award. They were trying to avoid anything that had. They weren't trying to give anybody associated with Drake or Drake anything.
But they
due
let her,
because
they
of the
let, they
culture
let her
shit.
perform though. Didn't she perform?
I said, ooh.
Sexy Red?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's gonna boost for streams.
Baby.
But they're not gonna give her no award because they're trying to force this culture shit. I'm like, whatever. Fuck all this culture shit. Whoever has the best numbers or whoever has the most impact on the culture that year should win that award. And this is coming from a motherfucker
But you know, BET,
who thinks Sexy Red is a disgrace.
they have recently been riding a little Afro-Caribbean wave, you know. I mean, they have, last 2 years, they had Burna Boy and, you know, Tyler perform. They knew. They are riding that wave a
So
little
let's
bit.
change it to.
Hip Hop BET Awards still coming up, or
Oh, they
that
do.
passed?
They
I think they did. That's in October because they
Okay.
did that last October.
So let's change it to CET. You know, colored entertainment. Then, like,
Crying.
what are we doing? Like, take the black. Like, if we finna start letting these island niggas and everybody else win, next thing you know, I'm finna be looking. It's finna be fucking Celine Dion winning, getting a tribute and shit with Usher and shit. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't. It's supposed to be black entertainment.
Did y'all like the Usher? I didn't really watch it. Did y'all like the Usher tribute? I heard like mixed reviews.
People was mad only women. How did y'all feel about only women being the singers? Because that's what people's gripe. I think
there were no
that's where
guys.
they messed up.
No God.
I get it. The whole shtick was like, okay, Usher serenades women. I think they wanted to do a reverse play on that. But I feel like, let's be honest, all the women weren't quite a good fit for some of the songs. But, you know, Chloe killed it. Victoria Monet killed it. Tiana Taylor killed it. Coco Jones, leave it at that. The Childish Gambino opening up, come on, man. I mean, we have Tank. I know Chris Brown is on tour. There were many other options. Mario, fucking Omarion, I don't fucking know. Anybody else could have helped serenade that performance. You know, I think that's just disgrace. That's why he had his sunglasses on the whole time.
I do see your girl Kiki came back. She trying.
I like Kiki.
She ready
I
to get
love
lumped
Kiki,
up.
But
This
come
nigga-
on, like you lost your man to Usher. Now you're like opening up the performance.
I
Like,
did see they were back together.
she
though.
gonna look back on that and be like, I should have did that shit.
Real talk.
B, how do you feel? I mean, I gotta know. Are you with the women opening up for Usher? To me, that was the only gripe I seen with the whole beat. Y'all got all these women. Y'all couldn't get none of the guys.
Fun fact: when I used to play chess, I used to listen to Usher in tournaments. So I'm an real avid Usher fan. I feel like it should have been mixed
Yeah.
as a man, but also at the same time, there's a lot of great male singers, like Bree just said.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was a couple of acts were great. But overall, man, Usher is a icon in my eyes, and he should be treated as such. So he should have had the
Yep.
best of the best.
He got shorted.
He got shorted.
I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all what this was, and like I said, the BET, the election is coming up. This was some Joe Biden shit. I'm telling y'all.
shit.
Blame Joe Biden for all of this little girly girl. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the BET, like I said, BET got somebody in the algorithm. Cause think about it, they was already pushing this little political agenda. Then they start adding all these fake black people in there and shit. Taraji start talking all this little Biden cape and shit. And then if you look at the polls, the black women, like 80 to 90% of black women are pro Biden going into this election. It's the black men that are 50-50 on Biden right now, right? So I think because of that, a lot of these black corporations that are pro DNC, they're avoiding black male representation right now because they have an agenda to push, and they know most of these black guys, like I said, you got Waka Flockas and a lot of these black artists that are pro-Trump. And the last thing they want is to put a black man up there and he go up there like Trump 2024 and all the 20 whatever. So that's what's going on right now. So I think a lot of the female and I don't want to take away from the girls because the girls are doing their thing. They talented. We love the black women. They just
black
all
girls
deserve. But I feel like there was a sinister plot in the background when it
Agreed.
comes to this political shit, and they knew what it was. So
Yep.
I feel like until this election is over, you're gonna see a lot of black men getting pushed to the side with these black organizations, especially the ones where they got a lot of black women involved, because they know black men right now are 50-50, and they want motherfuckers that are 10 toes down on Biden with these black media platforms, and that's just how it goes. I don't give a fuck who you voting for, what you care about the election. That's how this business is running right now.
Dick
So,
riding by.